record a win here. However, Cairo.
Okay, BBL one map up.
Most of that does just
And
spin
BBL
back
still
to how
on
poor
defense,
the
I'm pretty
attack
sure.
was.
BBL on defense, Navi on attack. No crazy buy this time.
Navi only won the map pick 20%
Navi's only won their
of the
map
time
pick
this year,
28% of the time
but
this
Navi
year.
on the attack, a lot more passive, waiting to see
What?
what BBL do on the defense. When you think to the last time they played it, they were very proactive and aggressive.
I mean, that has to get looked at.
That
for sure has to get looked at. 28%.
One map up in this clash of the captains, seeming to have the read. Full focus on attacker spawn side, so area where they will very often play from. And to call to what we were saying about this attack side as
just
well,
as they
Navi
made a
looking
little
for
bit of
their
pressure
third
into the
consecutive
drone
pistol in
out,
this
getting
series
followed
so
by
far.
2.
Be a huge addition considering the
And
fact they only picked
drone
up 3 total rounds
normally
of the
indicates
10
that over
they
towards
played on
dish
the
is
attack
free
against
or
GX.
weak with 1. So it's a good reaction from Navi.
Should know that the players are up close. Angel.
Damn, nice shots from him.
Combine, lovely. And at the same time, that A
Real
side,
nice.
that's where the spike is
Well,
going to go down. Easy
Pistol
enough,
Kings look like they
nice and
continue.
open.
Do we just riot? It's a
I think
2v, chat. It's a
BBL have
2v5.
a massive task on their hands.
Absolutely.
The 3
now
now for pistols.
Widen that gap if Angel was able to find that next kill towards spawn side as BBL are looking to converge as they had done from both mains. Prophet does get 1. You need a whole lot more. So much space to be covered, and you can even see the reposition from Shao towards Dish just to make this more difficult. Time bought through the utility. Navi with the pistol.
Nah, I'm trying to cast, dude. They were over here.
I mean, the fact
You
that
think they can
Shao
retake
still
the
has
site
2 flashes in
2v5?
pocket to make
It's
it
too far away.
into the next round. I mean, it's menial stuff, but BBL have no time whatsoever. It's all about getting some extra orbs here at the same time. They're going to
Hey,
get
very
none, and
nice as
Navi,
well. Very, very
as you have
nice.
said, get their third
I like their reaction from the drone going out over towards A as well, though.
I mean, what a crazy way it would be if BBL do end up walking out of this series with the win, going to the qualification game, but then their pistol stat is mudded at the exact same time.
Well, I mean, it's already muddied because there's only like, what, if there's going to be 3 more pistol rounds, they're either going to
Here we
end
go,
up
though.
with
This is
50% or less.
these 2 rounds now worry me for
Statistic
Navi,
that
though.
high, you can
With
never
what's
keep
been
it up.
going on.
It's just not
They're allowed 2
possible.
deaths on
That's
it.
why
Just
it's
keep an eye.
insane.
Yeah, exactly. And I think you get to this stage in the competition in playoffs, with all of that tape behind you, how can you find a way to make things different?
Looks like we got another
BBL,
good little
as you
trap
mentioned
play.
before, the credit for them on their pistols
You got
was that they
1,
were
you dash
constantly
away.
changing what the
Then you
setup
got
looked
3
like to how
passing
they'd
on
played
site.
before.
I don't see the angles are pretty good until they get over
Look at
towards
this round.
heaven,
This
but
is something similar to what we saw
you
on
can
the
normally, I mean,
Antico,
normally everyone peeking this
last
angle
time round on the attack
is
side for
isolated.
Navi, and they walked straight into the trap.
Where are they going?
This
Are they going
time,
to dodge it?
Looks like
That's a
they're
shame.
not.
Yeah, can't call it too soon. Still a minute left to go, and I don't expect Navi to hit the site until we've burned at least another 30 seconds or so. Rapidly approaching A, 3 players from Dish. BBL at times have prioritized this space, but on this round it's just Yumpy stunned out waiting for cam contact. He's gonna dive in.
No
on
way,
that.
the satchel-
He's satcheled away
that-
from the ledge.
That just stopped him.
Classic in hand, Hero wins.
He's
the
trying to get
pistol
kills
duel,
off of his
and so
stun.
that should
It's
be the
unlucky.
Navi second. They're gonna get this into post comfortably. Again, we talk about keeping it clean.
And BBL at the
Okay,
same
at
time
least
on
if we
the
look into this
re-entry
from Navi
have
while we got
decided
some
to
time,
put 1
made a lot of
towards
sense,
every
right? You got
lane.
2
The
people that
exception
had
being
the
entry.
Ghost
Let's see what
and
their
the
response
Sheriff.
is from
The
Navi.
Ghost is 1 person
Saw
faking over
Angel,
towards B. The Sheriff is
Magnum and
towards the
Prophet,
bottom in case
and
they
Amy
react. And the
Built
3 with the
towards
guns
11,
are together. Like, this
taking
was
his time coming
just
back
nice.
in. I think it's just all about exits
Kind
here
of
for
annotation
BBL.
shot, dude.
Exactly. Right now, closest player to an ult is Profek, but even then, beyond halfway gone, as the spike is going to chime all the way down. In terms of Navi,
Dude, who is this across the rope, man? Give me Angel. Angel sending it.
Angel and Hero, and both of them are going to get an ult point. That's on their own death.
That must
Not
look
giving
pretty good
anything
from his
away. The
POV.
fact that it's 3v3, I'd say BBL are pretty damn happy with that one.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, so are Navi. They only lost
I mean,
2
they
of
lost
the pistol
1 gun.
players, so 3 of those rifles get kept into the next one. That's the benefits of their buy. And now this bonus round, where we have to put a lot of importance between these 2 because of what Navi have.
Oh no, they
coming
kept
into this
everyone.
one.
Okay, yeah. This is nice.
Struggled with their bonus rounds so far. It's towards the B site where it looks like they're going to be heading into Magnum's
Got
utility
camera
a
bottom,
lot
they
of the
start
time.
5 bottom.
On the Cypher, those traps are just to try and contain players so that you can get a quicker flank in. Push the envelope, limit test A main, as you can already see Levin embedding himself in the space.
How close are they to ults? Angel's kind of close, that's it.
Navi are looking to split push B, but it's through the underpass that they take the long road round.
Yeah, but
do have
this
the
is a
camera
nice
watching
default though, because
topside.
they can use the camera to see if anyone pushed at
Slow
any
setup.
point.
You should expect that, right? It's Fracture. Just need to be careful of the positions that BBL decide to take up,
Yeah.
but they are being so much more passive than what we usually expect from them on Fracture.
But look at Levin though, he's now starting to walk up behind the trap, fully gutted out A main.
So they only
Now we
show
need
the
to start seeing
Cypher,
those
it's kind of
rotations
nice at
coming
the moment
through.
from
Yuppie should be
Navi.
the first of those players. Magnum will be caught in the tower, but still Navi are yet to make their move.
Players now moving in towards tower, but that spike
Dude,
is
what a
down.
stun that is from
Koala
Yampi.
caught as
Oh
well.
my
And
goodness, the
Magnum,
stun from Yampi was
who's been
good.
so good in this series so far, has done so well. They're still trying to clear him out, and he's burning the Navi utility.
And it's just staggered in the approach. Magnum
Just held down
breaking
mouse
the
1 the
ankles
whole
of
time.
Hero
Let's
as
see
the
them from...
next player
Dude,
up from
Magnum's
the
playing
rock gets
great
cut
though.
loose.
The stun from Yampi really helped him out here,
Shadows away
but
with a couple, it's all
Magnum had a lovely round.
a
I
consolation.
think, dude, he had a lot of nice rounds on
BBL
Lotus as well.
taking the ultimate prize and shutting down the bonus.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing.
They just
When you
perma
look at
playing
that
Heaven.
bonus,
I mean, when
like, sure,
you don't have the Teo,
Navi,
you can
you're not
perma play
expecting them
Heaven. We used to
necessarily
see it
to
all
win
the
that,
time.
but
It's
they're
such an
buying
annoying
everything that they
position
had.
to clear out.
They'd set them up perfectly, and the fact that Magnum just wide swings is able to get to it.
Like,
and not
people
only that,
with the
run
Navi
through
comp
so much utility.
used to nade close. Like, people used to nade close and then damage here.
The latter just bouncing
But
off the side of the wall.
I don't know, we haven't had to see it because everyone just plays
Nice to
Teo.
see that Navi are bringing some ideas to the table at the very least, but needing to sharpen up on execution as the Prowler cuts through Dish. Yet to remove the trap, but that's what Angel's for. To see if there's any reaction off it, as that's what you expect from BBL. Very protocol heavy at the best of times.
Okay,
So soon as
pressure
he
over
breaks it,
towards
drops
Dish,
back
and they
with
can
the
go pick up
melee,
another orb here as well.
gets the orb on
Especially
board.
with this camera watching close
Just
here.
one
And you
away
got
from the Nightfall now.
Arcade. Arcade pretty much for free, so Fado if he wants
That's the
it.
thing, like with Navi and how long that they're taking. If BBL begin to start to be more proactive like they did on the last round, I think what we'll find is 11 though.
It's the risk that you take.
Surely
as you
Prowler
say,
this
Levin is
fast,
here
right?
already on the angle, still had the dash to go
Found
through,
it.
but the pack of Navi players as well, all onto Sociable on the side.
Nice
but his
shots.
timing is exquisite. Sociable's managed to.
It's
take
hard
the
for them
head
to get
clean
through
off
these
of Koala.
smokes.
And like
Someone's
you
just
say,
gonna
there
send
is
it.
plenty of stall behind this. Profect queued up in the site, supporting Magnum there as well, and arriving.
Yeah,
with
I really would have
impeccable
liked Navi
timing.
to try and
BBL
call
tying
off
scoreline up at
the
2 apiece, and
fade ult there.
yeah, after all that
Like, I think they could have
defaulting
made it a
from
lot
Navi,
easier.
the
They took a
execution
lot
is
of
so
risks
slow
in like a
and
big
so
buy round.
readable.
Kento,
I mean,
thanks
that's
so much
the
for the
thing,
tier
right?
1, man. Appreciate the 34
It's
mums.
labelled. And
Look kinda
like,
easy
I
for
think
BBL,
Tessa
huh?
was talking about it, Minnie in particular, about how Angel thinks he's one of the best callers on Fracture. And I understand that historically maybe that's the case, but I feel as if we're now starting to get into a new era of Valorant, and at the minute it feels outdated.
Force them
in the
down
way
to an
that
eco,
Navi are
surely
approaching this.
they don't use the
Glad that
ults
you
into an
mentioned that
eco.
as well as we head into the
I mean,
Navi
their stuff
eco,
is nice what they do,
that's what
Navi
this
here, right?
new
Like,
era is all
and
about,
2
right?
rounds in terms of their buy
Aim,
rounds, they
the
made like really
long-term
good
goal
use
is
of
to be making
the
global
Cypher
events
and
again
the
with
Cypher camera and the
investments
info it
made.
provides. But dude, they could make
Koala
it so
one of
easy
them,
for themselves if they
straight
actually
into
got
the
that
B side here.
fade ult.
Magnum again is just trying to disrespect the offensive line and get up in their face.
Dude, look at Magnum
It's a
go,
quick
by the way.
triple from Magnum.
Holy,
Making a
bro.
quad before the round ends.
3,000 for everyone
Flawless
as
for
well.
BBL.
Just, what is this? Just
Yeah,
1 armor? Not even 1
total
armor. He's on 39. No one has to buy anything apart from a bit of util, and they went so fast. There's not that much
Magnum
util.
is getting so much value from his timings, and you'd expect that from a player of his veterancy.
It's a lightning fast round from Magnum.
It's a fast round in
Someone
general.
who
It's done
is
by
the
124.
ex-in-game leader of KC, obviously took them to Masters Madrid last year.
120. Yeah, dude,
This
it's
is
done
final
by
game for the
done
club
before
against
115.
Hero
That's a really
in
fast
the
round.
knockout round of stage 2. Straight into the next gun
Okay,
round.
let's
There's
keep
barely
an
a
eye
moment
on
to even
Navi,
think
because if
about what it
Angel's
is
saying that he's one of the
we've
best
just
callers
seen.
on this
Levin's
map, I gotta
right
see
back
some
out.
better stuff than what I was seeing
Shot
earlier.
missed.
I mean, stuck around for too long. Sociable's committed to a spraying. That's not what you want. Magnum again.
Dude, this
from
guy's a
Tower.
raid boss.
He started brilliantly, and he's got all
He's
the
he's
information that his
Parma
team
heaven.
needs.
Hero still on this lurk, trying to group up with the rest of his team now. Many times we've seen Na'Vi attempt to execute out of dish without the necessary support to make it a success.
That's a nice shot there.
Hero just steps to the side
Dude,
of
it's
it.
just a
and with
cypher
Prophet
off.
Gone, he needs to take the main space, and the hat off his head will help.
Yeah, well, because Prophet is close, but they've not looked. 11 nearly got a timing.
They still
Behind
haven't
this
dealt with the
offer now has
camera
the
top of
info. It's
sight.
Back to the Phantom he goes.
The rest of BBL are close by. Gets another, although Hero there.
Dude, the ciphers, what is this?
Not. Now we enter a 1 versus
Honestly,
3,
Magnum,
and
you're
it's
playing so good,
Magnum,
mate.
the raid
Go for it.
boss.
Needs this first kill onto Ruxic. If there's any chance that he gets into the site and wins this, that was the player that you had to beat.
It's my
but
fault for
holding
having
the cross,
belief.
It's clean, so the scoreline finds itself tied up again.
I mean, Magnum and Tower once again proving to be an issue, but for me,
Hero
mean,
cooking,
Levin,
dude, he had some
I didn't
nice
feel
shots
as if he
there.
got himself properly set up with this operator, and then Sociable here just commits a bit too long. I mean, Hero has a massive round as well.
Absolutely. You're also seeing the value of the Brim in the comp, the stopping power that Prophet has
Yeah,
on a lot of these executes as well.
and I think as well, that's the big thing
10 to
about
3,
change
7 to 4.
compared
Everyone
the
else is
Astra,
miles
right,
away.
As these smokes last so much longer.
Okay, big duel over towards here.
Already revealed. Staying on the line as the Prowler's broken for him the first. and
Oi,
second
nice
one,
shot.
but he still wants to go
Yeah,
for
it's
it.
nice from him though to get that first one.
Once
I
more,
cannot believe
finds
Yumpy
his
sticks
way
around.
into the feed early doors.
Okay.
And staying active, they look to push up behind the smoke, but there is a social.
Yumpy might be able to sell this.
A snake in the grass, playing main.
Oh,
but
he looked to the
cleared
right, so he saw his
diligently
gun
by
barrel
Hero.
early.
Again, he opens up A. Round on round, Na'Vi set in motion by their young
Dude,
superstar
Angel.
in the making. And
Angel's on
with
his way to another
Angel,
Fatal. Easy last round.
Many years his superior, finding the round that put Na'Vi in front.
Well,
Speaking of
BBL
ults,
have opted to go for
you
a
got
more
Charles ult
European
online now as well.
roster. I think sometimes when you see the way that they play, it can be very Turkish in nature, right? A lot of
Sociable
individualistic,
just panicked a little
ideas.
bit. You'll see it on the
trying to be
replay.
aggressive,
He's
get
like
your opponent
100% sure
space.
he's behind the box here just
I
because
mean, that last
when he
round,
looks
for
to the
instance,
right, they see
Sociable's
the
trying to
gun.
hide in the corner, then you get a player
So it's
trying
like a
to trade
really
him
easy
out,
kill. You gotta be way more careful
and
than
then
this.
from there on, it's just a domino effect, right? As BBL
I think he's
begin
like
to
trying to
topple.
look at Yumpy to
Still
see if he's
close
gonna
though.
bait
Now
for him.
Navi only go 1 round ahead, but they have ultimates to push themselves on further and get a little bit of momentum now on this attack side.
Exactly. And I think to just wrap up that conversation as well, in terms of this new era of Na'Vi, the difference between it, you're seeing Hero, you're seeing Angel. Fun stat for you. Angel played his first recorded official tournament just 44 days after Hero was born. Two decades.
44
of
hours, we
FPS
went to replay that
experience.
earlier, I
He's
think.
going to hate that one. But I have to say, yeah, you look back to the
44
rosters he's been a
days.
part of,
That's
FPX,
so funny.
always an international contender.
That's
the
such a crazy,
expectation that they had coming
that's
into
such a crazy
partnerships, but
stat,
we are
dude.
yet to see
I don't
it
even know what to
since
call that.
all
Not
the
even
way
a
back,
stat, just a fact.
From that first or last chance qualifier, I should say, of
Yeah.
the era.
And I like how you speak about expectations for Navi, right? The expectation for them to be making international events, which they haven't been in the past couple of years. But
What was
for
it? So I think he
BBL,
said that
they've
Angel
created
played his
their own
first
expectations
tournament
as they now
44 days
enter the
after
playoffs
Hero was
for the
born.
first time ever.
And now they're playing on the same
organisationally,
team. I think that's what I heard,
especially
right?
since partnerships began, right? A team that's always been there, but not quite not. Kind of like a Crystal Palace, like always mid-table,
Robbie with the
but
tier 1,
never
thank you so much for the
anything
30 months.
Sue's going to hate you.
Thank
She's
you,
the
thank you.
I'm pretty
Maybe,
sure.
maybe get Mini on it as
Sorry,
well.
Sue.
I'm sorry. But
I mean,
there you
support
go.
Norwich, mate. I don't know what you can.
Okay, and you support Celtic, so we'll carry on. Everybody's a loser here today.
Just stabbing each other in the back.
yeah. But someone's got to win and move one step closer to that
That's so
qualification
nuts.
match. Book a ticket to the 6. right now.
Okay, well the money
BBL
that started to get really
looking
good
the
is
more
getting
likely
low.
to do so.
And
Navi have responded
you
well
would
on their map
imagine that
pick and
Navi are
fracture.
kind of fine because they're
60
ults again.
seconds for either side coming into the gun round.
Flop MZR,
Starting
thanks
to
so
look
much
at
for the
some of the
primate.
ults
Appreciate the
available.
2
One of them,
months.
the Blades. It's a
Oh, we
very
go
quick
fast
start
with this.
towards
But he's going to
Bridge
clear all the
BBL.
top
Go.
side as well,
Navi
so
want nothing
they still
to do
don't
with
know
it.
that someone
That being
Dish and this is
said,
the camera
though,
their
right,
own
they clear
spots
all the
close,
way
so
out
there's still a
and
question mark
towards
over
this,
towards
tower
Dish at the
of the
moment.
bridge spot. But also when
Trip
you look at
gets
drop, there's a camera
shot,
to
so they
clear
know
out
for
that
sure that they're
position as
taking
well.
top
So
side.
BBL should have a good idea of what they want to do. And you look towards
You
the
can just
players on
ult
the
send
map.
this.
8
Ult send
of
it,
them,
but honestly
or
the
sorry,
trips might
7
own
are
them.
towards this A side, and one of them is Magnum.
His name holds the weight because of what we've seen in these previous rounds. Always good for at least 2 kills. That's been the story since Lotus. Lane top side. Oh, what a clear.
Dude, Yampy, you're
Quality boost
crazy. He might have done enough though.
Yampy gets one back.
Oh.
4 on 4, forced out, just riding the wave. Prophet responding. BBL focusing on holding the sand
did they really
space
put
with
that-
the ult in play, and Levin
Sure.
still keeping his position
Oh.
in Dish.
Wait,
Angel
what happened
goes
there?
down as collateral on the way out.
And both players are stuck out towards main. And you look at the post-plant utility, and it's terrible.
Levin now
He had
expecting
it.
that reposition. The steps would have been heard, or the zip line, sorry, from his teammates. That's the
Yeah,
call.
that's a good call.
And so Levin has the dagger.
Okay, very nice from BBL.
And so BBL immediately
Looked like
responds, and all
Angel
of that came through the timeout and the
heavily
proactivity that they
mistimed
bring
this
from the
ult.
barrier drop.
Yeah, and,
Not as bad as the
that's
Governor, but this looked pretty
absolutely
rough.
massive. Rolling Thunder used as well from Shao. That's a great entry from Koala.
Planted.
Oh boy.
The players having white noise pumped into their headphones, they'll still be able to feel the vibrations on the stage. Dumpy loving life. As the op has come out for Levin, credits saved with only the knives used previously.
The cage,
Koala
yeah, the
quick to
cage
close down
like
on the
blocked
A
vision
space,
of it,
but
so he didn't
no player
know
made
for sure if it had
the
gone
setup for
by.
the site hold. Prophet, big jewel, but goes down to Hero.
I'm stuck once again to
Bro,
How!
the ciphers are insane.
He finds at least 2. Spike can go down, but at what cost?
Spike planted.
3-on-3 situation, post-plant, Na'Vi.
Great, Yampy's a good
Not a
IGL.
player
I think
to
he's
flank
doing
from either
great, to
side.
be
It's
honest.
purely
His
from
mid round has
spawn
been
that they
nice,
make
the
this
preset rounds are good.
reprisal,
He's
and
just
with
like
Koala
he's a
who's
very good
stacking up the
leader.
showstopper
He's
and
always
paint
like our
shells.
emotional leader anyway.
There's a whole lot of utility he can use to keep them in place.
Going to clear out Koala though, so BBL have an idea.
Saving it all for post instead. Na'Vi want the long game.
That's the big thing, is whether they'll have the chance to do it. As Levin finds a player in drop and gets
Huge
stunned
stun.
out. Manages to try and escape
What a stun that
towards
was.
blocks, but every single player is falling to show.
I guess you gotta tap and not have 2 in a line, but that's pretty hard to organize. Especially with their util.
As Hero cuts him out. Snavi keep their advantage.
It's very quickly turned into a one-round game. This was a huge duel, a deciding one there that you saw on Dish. Hero's been such a
OLED, it
point
doesn't
of
work like that,
consistency.
mate.
The Cypher on either side,
I'll take
as
the
Magnum
bits,
gets a
but
couple in
you can't be
main.
messing with the train.
But the big decision for me on the round made by Na'Vi is the fact that Koala is disciplined enough to keep his utility, backtrack from sand, support the rest of the team main, and we do see a
12 to 5, 10 to 5. Look at everyone else, man. Look at the ciphers go. It's
I think that's
nuts.
the big thing, right? Is Koala might not be getting value in terms of those kills, but he's certainly getting it in terms of the space. Setting up his team. His B site. Needs to be careful.
Oh, okay.
Levin out of left field.
What
Sheriff
happened
gets
here?
value. Profek another. No upgrades. Levin looks against it, but with bodies dropped in arcade, there are upgrades to be had.
It's a
Na'Vi
good
are gonna
move
start
though from
searching
Hero.
for Hero, but he has to be
It's a
careful
shame
here.
that no one else did it with their ults, to be honest, but they have a lot of ults.
And in saying that, Hero's actually just completely
Speaking
looked
of
towards
ults,
Canteen.
Raze
The
ults
players
make sure they
outside
can't
the
take
fort, there is
space.
a
Oh
crossfire
boy.
to help support, but he's a little too far out of
Dude,
play.
Navi put
Finally,
double
Hero
into this
arrives
chat.
again,
If they
and
lose,
that's
this
the
Sid
info,
is
but Navi
giant.
are down a man.
Rooksix playing within the smoke as well. The players on site. BBL are closing in. Very close. Rocket caught the molly.
Oh, that's a bit of a
BBL come back
disaster.
into this.
Dude, Navi has so many disaster
I said
rounds.
it was a one-round game, but I didn't mean on the eco. Again, BBL find a way to
Dude,
do
show,
it.
show me
It's
how
a
the first 2
huge
kills
win
went
for
down
them.
though.
A pace-safe card, Thrifty, in fact. And with the scoreline at 5-5 right now, I know looking at the compositions, you only have that slight difference of initiators.
I guess he's walked through the smoke of the contact,
thought on my
but
mind
still.
is, how many more rounds do NAVI need to carry into this second half?
I mean, that is the question that we'll be asking ourselves in a long while before we get the answer. NAVI beginning to time out.
The instant face
that one
palm.
was a very tough loss.
In terms of what BBL do well, it's just the one
The instant face palm into the timeout is incredible.
You get aggressive, and through that conduit,
This must be if NAVI loses 2-0, really rough to watch back from them.
I think for the next couple of rounds as well, you've got to be thinking about the game plan from NAVI and where they want to go, right? They have been very slow at the start. They've started to quicken up the pace now as we head into these later rounds. And if they slow it back down again, there's a couple of ultimates that they can get back up online. For instance,
massive round. Looks like they're buying it.
Dude,
Dude, they're so close to ults, but as we saw in that other round, they were kind of close to ults, and they didn't call around being a one orb away from an ult. So hopefully with the timeout, they can come up with a better plan than they did earlier.
This round, so
They gotta be careful
important
of
for
this.
NAVI to stay in the latter end of this half. It's the penultimate one.
it's also the economy where it could go either way.
Exactly. It's the op has been regenerated.
Joshua Riz, thank you so much for the 2 months, man. Appreciate the prime. Thank you for that.
With how slow NAVI have been in some of these rounds, you're wondering if this is where we see the pace
Dude, yeah,
change.
Yumpy was fiddling around with something. I thought it might be a tech pause.
That's a little slow for my liking.
It's a little, I'll give you that, mate.
All good. Invisible barrier. Levin just holding back for us. So, I believe we should be ready to jump in just a second. But, I mean, while we have a moment, NAVI coming out of that pause.
What team do you think is kind of bad at the moment, but the individuals win rounds? What the hell?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, the closest to that right now is Vitality, man.
Enough time to talk about it as the round
Vitality have some pretty rough
being
rounds,
told is now live.
but their individuals are sick.
Yeah, no, this is not slow at all. This is going to be quick towards arcade and sociable. It's good for one, but that's it.
And Levin's still stationary, as BBL don't know if this is a full commitment towards B or not, but you can already
I mean,
see
you can
that
still pick up
proactivity
the orb
coming in
for
towards
Shao
the
though,
main
right?
side instead in the form of Magnum, and Profect to partner up with him. 2v1 on Hero.
Oh, damn,
Wow,
he
he's gone for a
he nearly
second.
got
He's
another
gonna be
there,
getting
yeah.
the second. At the same
He was
time,
ready for the
you speak
second
of
push.
proactivity. Kuala is going in searching of that trade onto Profect.
I think you expect this
and
angle.
Levin all the way on that bridge side. And Profect
Oof.
loses out on that duel. Spike was under, and now you look to Levin.
Still closing in with the op in hand and has the cross.
Likes the first duel excellently. Now,
Oh,
2v2.
smoke, fake dash
Does
is
Navi
going
go onto the B side?
away
That's where they want
with
to
the
plan
plant.
for.
Still
And
not
on
Shao
top of
getting
that,
the
you have
plant as well.
reach and
Shao's been
rim,
one away
which
from his
is
ult the whole
excellent
round.
for the post plan.
Duly noted. It's a good
They
position that
both
they
play
plant from
off-site, no smokes to
get
block
value from
vision,
the
good
aftershock
plant.
as well as the molly here. So long as there's a surface to send it through.
Yampy needs to be careful because both players can challenge him.
Yeah, how aware is
Serve to
Yumpy
his
going to be
own.
that they're both playing
Stun
off-site
left
here?
side, Peek to come in from his right.
Well, that's
Rooksik
Yuto.
there, but Shao supports you. Levin
He knows where the stun
swinging
came from.
midair.
And Rooksik's
A good
molly,
molly.
this is going to deny Yampy getting on
Yumpy.
Yampy's just disrespected it and walked right through.
Oh
First
god,
couple
it's so
bullets going
close.
the way of Rooksik. But trading places Yumpy on site, half stick.
Oh,
This is going to get
whoa.
close.
Goes down to the wire, but Yumpy
Ah, he
holding his
tried it.
nerve. Rooksik calls his bluff. Navi do get to 6, but not without tribulation.
That get
Cafe
far
Bleach,
too
thanks so much
close
for the
for
2 years,
comfort.
mate. Thank you for
Size
that.
in the arena from the BBL fans.
Yeah, it's gone fast, man. Appreciate you being here, dude.
Central. And for a minute there, honestly, like I feel as if this duel right here, where Profect just misses out
Yeah,
on
and
getting his
Perfect
own,
had to win that duel.
could have been the decider in the round. And Levin
It's such a
trying
strong
to
angle
connect
as
with
well.
Yampy, and Yampy just being 1 or 2 seconds too late.
That from Rooksik.
He knows you're low. He knows you're low. Nice.
It was just so fundamentally well played. I think, you know, BBL will look
Fade
for that
all.
opening.
Only hits one. They know that all of
He's
heaven
gonna
is
do it
free.
again here. The Prowler's not found him. What?
Yeah,
How
they
on
still
earth does he
breach
step
shot.
to the side of that one.
into the tail.
Armageddon coming in. Koala safe from it for now. The spike is heading A.
What are my comms like here? Have we ulted this when Fade's cleared everywhere and then we got killed by the person that the Fade ult hit?
Yeah, but with them burning Angel Navi to get that space on A, is it worth it realistically? Yampi's here, and he'll be able to give the information to the rest of the team. In terms of how they get back into this one, it's going to be pretty tough because Navi's had all the time in the world to set up this post.
The Prowler went for the guy's spawn.
Caged off.
Wait, really?
Rafters. Koala keeping watch. Paint shells.
It didn't hit anyone's spawn. Only hit one.
Main right now, and in that endeavor,
How
screwed. Two players from BBL taking away important real estate. Shao nowhere safe to stand on site. And as much as Hero will try to find
I feel like
one
BBL
kill,
did great here.
the round will evade them entirely. It's a tied score at the half as BBL have gotten right.
Yeah, this
back
was a
into
weird
this.
one.
Yeah, you
I
asked the question,
would love to know what
Hazza,
Prowler you guys are
the
talking
rounds that
about.
Navi's got, is it going to be enough heading
The
into
Prowler
the
didn't
next
go
half?
for Loon for
We'll
some
just
reason.
have to
It didn't
find
lock
out.
onto the weird. BBL look better. Yeah, Navi is making too many mistakes. Some of the calls I think should be better. Yeah, I don't want to lose the spot though, Des. Maybe I can open a new. Maybe I can open a new one. Have a look if I can find it. Let's see. Where did the Prowler go? Which round are we on? Fade ult goes out. Prowler. Wait! What? It goes for the guy at the back? Fade ult goes in. Oh, it did hit the breach, and then it goes into the the brim, and then it goes for the brim. No way, dude. That's nuts. I was looking, I didn't even see that it hit the brim. Oh, that's pretty unlucky. I went for the fast trail. But still, I don't get the breach ult. You still fade all out. And in the fade ult you hear sound, but then you know sight's clear. The breach ult off of that is still wrong. But he got unlucky on his fast staff.
Many attacking rounds brought onto the defense as they were able to. The last time we saw them play this one against GX, improvements have been made, but in the face of a brand new BBL who are back with a capital B, the question is, can they win every single pistol that we've seen so far? 3 under their belt, but the 4th would be a real difference maker.
It would. On top of that, a few players coming into this said that they wanted BBL in the playoffs, but is it too much for them to chew? That's the question that we ask ourselves
3-0 in the pistols. And without them, I think Navi would have been absolutely annihilated.
Navi start their defense towards B main.
Something Navi have always been good at is creating a lot of pressure.
Okay,
from
maybe
this
good reads on
defense,
this one. As soon as
and
Jumpy sees
forcing a
that fade
reaction
he's out
into
of
the
there.
Setup. You can see both trapwires on A, first of which spotted on Dish. Magnum to remove it. The rest of BBL are heading arcade.
Shao would have heard that zip wire being used as well and calling to his team. Remember that B main position is going to be huge for Navi, and BBL are heading into it.
Important that they look to try and clear this because
This gets a little bit weird timing-wise. There's a Cypher off over towards A as well.
Typically stemmed from not having the ideal control once they reach post plant. B site was, their preference on a lot of rounds played. It will be here again, and after just having a tiny little look towards main, we're back to square one for both teams. Navi re-investigating, and so are BBL.
This smoke's gonna block them out though, right?
Shao will take plus
3 smokes, yeah.
Denies it. In fact,
Yeah, I mean that's a free sight.
he'll decide to combine
Still a
the
big
rest of
duel
the
over
players,
towards
but at this
A.
point,
Looks
looking at
like
free plan
Wait.
for BBL.
camera
Important that
goes out
Magnum
as
gets
well.
noted
So
here
now
on
they know
Dish.
there's only
Been
one
very
over
good with
towards
his
side. They want to
timings,
fast
but
floods. They
Profek
know
is
there's
now
one here,
pushed
so they know
into a corner.
there's weak on
BBL
sight,
on the
but
offensive
kind of
and
just
Navi
running into a
spawns.
crossfire.
Yeah, remember, spike plan is extremely open, and Magnum, well, he
What?
is going to get caught. So is Profek. This is
Dude,
a
the crouches.
topsy-turvy round, and again it goes Navi's way, or will it go BBLs?
Oh my god, Roxy. Dude, they can't get a pistol.
And that is 4 for 4 for Navi.
Such a bloody cursed stat, man. You come in with 71% pistol win rate. It's a huge target on your back. I would love to know from our stat man in the house on the case, Captain Cal, to see
I
where
cast
exactly
them.
we sit
Yeah, I said
right
on
now
Plat
in
Chat that
terms of that.
it's not sustainable.
For me, though,
If anything, I
about
predicted
that
this.
is frustration, but I think the big thing is you don't win rounds, or you don't win maps on pistol rounds.
No.
You win it on
Oh, we're
rifle
going
rounds.
for
That's
this
the
again?
majority of your rounds have
Okay,
to be.
Yampy.
And that's been the issue for
Buys him
Navi
the
as well,
Outlaw,
'cause
gets
you
the
can
heavy
already see
armor out. I guess he's going
Eleven
for the
has
Stinger
the
again. He's
Outlaw
been
heavy
practicing a
shields,
little
which
bit.
we've seen
How many people can get one shot?
Turkish
Ooh,
teams
only the one
pioneer.
this time?
Yeah.
in VCT EMEA so far.
Magnum noted towards top side with a prowler.
And that's another callback to the previous round as well, where Navi were, did a great job at maintaining this control late round. Great map material to use to just converge on the site and make that post even more difficult for BBL. As again, they group up for this B hit.
Tower's going to be an issue, especially with Hero sitting here.
Oh boy.
Oh, and he's out in the shop window, but I tell you what,
Yeah, he's happy to be alive though.
shots are worth every
Nice kill.
penny. Hero, second kill picked up already.
Good hit.
With the Outlaw
Again, both of the
out
ciphers,
play.
man. They just look great.
Levin loosening his grip on the gun, and BBL the round. Yumpy with just 1 point of health. It's one of those situations where you're saying, okay,
He got another?
I've got 40 seconds left on the clock. If I can, oh no, I'm dead. Maybe try and plan for the next.
Yeah, that's a very
This
clean
one
round though.
is concrete.
Heavy armory
It's
by
flawless
two of
from
them.
Navi.
Yeah, there's nothing better on your bonus rounds, right? To move into your bonus rounds with. You look at that buy, once again, it gets even better. And this is like what BBL love to do. Like, they just get Yampy on a stinger and send them in somewhere. I mean, you think towards the last time when it happened on Lotus, he was able to get a double.
I love how he just looks
As
at it.
for this round, it looks as if BBL are going to look towards the B side.
Yeah.
Okay, Ruxic.
Swish round from
I
Navi.
guess they picked it
Can
up
they
as
keep it
well.
clean?
Arcade completely cleared here.
It's
It's a free runway
only one
for
person he
BBL.
can one-shot on this Yampy,
They've
so we'll
already
keep an eye on if
conditioned this
Yampy
space
kind of
heavily.
oversteps a little bit.
Look at Roxy,
Dude, he might get a good
expecting
timing
an
here.
isolated player on the
Oh.
other side. But Magnum is quite the surprise for him. BBL player advantage. It's like they want to just run this one straight into sight.
Will they be allowed to? Because Navi's
Huh?
right here and willing to brawl. Although the smokes, they're trying to respect
Nade
it.
Teva,
And that's
looks
a nice
good, right?
combination of utility.
I mean, so much dropped onto the
Yeah,
head
but
of
I mean,
Yampy.
Yampy did his job here
Stinger
though. He had the
serve.
worst gun, gets the
Hero
plant down.
trying to get his revenge in main. 3-on-3 the situation as it stands, but that's when BBL start to fire back. Cannon-like is Levin. Rallying off, shot after shot.
See if he can do damage.
And
He
with
kind of wants
Koala
to die
down
here
to
just so that he can have his
16,
ult, right? He can buy
Vandal is
next.
best used in the next. Immediate response.
No?
Navi's
Okay.
bonus is shut down.
This is the second time where we see Navi get a great buy coming into the bonus round, and they can't do anything with it. I mean, sure, you get 2 kills, but I mean, one of them comes through the combination of utility.
I mean, it's not too bad
Yampy
money-wise.
has the Rolling Thunder moving into the next. Sure, they posed a question to BBL in terms of
They get
how
1-9,
many
he gets
different
1,000.
avenues that Navi approached. But all in all, BBL had all the answers.
Does mean
they're
that he
looking
can,
for.
he can up earlier.
Back-to-back nade kills for Koala Noob. BBL on the site, making it look easy. It's those brim smokes again that we were talking about earlier. It's now one off of the showstopper
60% now.
raise.
What was it before? 71, right?
As there you go, that's your update. 11% taken off the top, but BBL won't care so long as they can look their spot in the qualification game.
Ah, dude, the
Oh,
Prowlers.
I think it started
The
off
Prowlers
gun
are
round.
absolutely
It's me
wrecking
again,
Angel at
but
the
it looks
moment.
to be BBL's.
Yeah, a nice bait and switch on the entry, but
Oh,
again,
it's a
Navi,
nice little kill though.
just gonna
Once
say
they're running over
respect
towards
to
site.
the
And
spots,
honestly,
they're
with
trying
how
to
it's been
spam
going,
through
that's
it.
probably the most important player to kill.
With Angel gone here and no Cs, it's way more difficult to combo that util.
Good
Probably
nade.
lucky to find a nade kill this time.
Oh, dude, it did so
He's
much
done a
damage,
decent bit
right?
of damage
77?
onto
I thought he did a little
Sociable.
more than that.
But he's also received a decent bit. You look at him, 14 points of health.
On to 11, can't handle it, can't muster up the strength to suffice the Na'Vi push as it comes back through. Sociable already with a chunk.
Dude, double stun.
Salvo's now online, but Profix found 3. Yumpy watching over from the tower. The captain's help support, but it's on to Sociable, undetected. And only one player left in front. No time for the
No way, one.
Take this head on.
One.
And Sociable does exactly
Dude, and they got
that.
and they kind of miscommed it a little bit. They lost track of people. Who was dead? Angel should have been more on top of this. Cypher ult goes in. He should be pressing the map and looking at the info here. He should be getting info, working out where people are for the calls, counting down who dies where.
That's crazy from Profix.
Yeah, he shouldn't be allowed to be able to do this.
As well. Astra so high on the APM. You can see what it means.
Couple of comms issues as well. Feels like from Navi.
You're giving a young player the confidence to just go ahead and play his own game. All right, Prophet, go put the smokes down, and then you can just shoot them. It's so much less.
Dude, another error that forced him down to an eco as well. Dude, Prophet did unbelievable there. Yumpy had a really good stun to help him out. I want to say this is tactical, but who knows in EMEA.
The scoreboard wasn't getting that much impact in terms of the kills department. But as for right now, I mean, top of the leaderboard, right?
It's the anchors on both sides which are having their time in the sun.
And I mean, it was the same for Hero in the last map. He was only able to get 7 kills.
Another.
What do you reckon? They use ults into the eco?
Has found
they completely ruin everything.
In performance in 25 so far. Navi putting the faith in him, repaying that trust with 20 kills already. Silent start to this one as well. BBL are making a lot of noise, but it's behind closed doors in their own territory, top side of the map. Not often you see Levin as the lurker. He's the one player slowly making his way through A main.
Need to be careful of drop here because Hero's trying to play close by and aggressive as well.
A lovely little trap play on this one. Well, there's one of the ults. Camera spot, stun, Brimble. It's a classic.
BBL is slowly creeping into this. I mean, look, we've got a
and it gets
on Koala. We've got a gun on Hero. That's gone.
Yeah,
Showstopper available. This is scary.
It is scary, but for
and there go, Jesus. And there goes one of your ults as well into this one. You had the ult set up on the eco.
Maybe just thinking of going to collect the rifle that's sitting.
Not gonna lie though.
He's already got his ultimate.
Get in that kill. It was a Magnum that got the kill. They got the kill heaven here. That was a big kill.
You've got to remember coming into this round, there was the stat line about how good Navi actually are on their ecos. They're one of the worst in the region.
That was a really important kill.
Thrifty rounds.
Just making sure you have a plan coming into every round, and already Navi, in the back of their minds, will be deliberating how the next one opens up, because this is all BBL up against
whole
the
setup
eco.
with the ult on an eco.
A free hit perhaps.
Then maybe I don't know. They maybe got a little greedy for the gun, but it's pretty much just a gap in the.
I liked this set piece, and to be fair, to give credit where it's due, it's a big investment to make in a round like this.
I mean, yeah, he's not wrong.
It's
a huge investment.
At the same time, you say it's a big investment. Navi got everything right, but the fights.
Yeah, but they got the worst guns.
A conversation I opened up earlier. Yeah, they do have an assistant coach working with them now as well, Navi. So that's a benefit, I think, from Happy's time on M80. So much of that support network was with Gunter, who then went to Sentinels, of course, later down the road, playing a lot of meta stuff. And there's a fun story with it as well, with Chippy coming in while he's not based in Berlin. He's provided important insight, the team has said, and it's a nice moment as well because he was previously with Bait, another Ukrainian organization, and it's a continued investment in the local scene because the first time that he met with Navi was at one of their own events ran in Kyiv. So actually, when you look back, there is that investment in the roots. The question is, do they have any more?
Would you or a gorilla win? Bro, you could have 100 me's and the gorilla's still winning. The problem is, none of me is going to go in fast. Everyone's going to be baiting the first guy, so no one wants to go in fast, and then that's a disaster, man. We're all running about. It's just not a thing. Like, I'm not going in fast, dude.
It's the ultimates that's most important, and Qualanub has that iconic operator in hand. Even a showstopper to bail him out if it's needed.
Best op in EMEA. His words, not mine.
think after the last map,
100 wingmans? Oh, dude, I'm running at them.
backed it up.
At that moment, I'm the gorilla, bro.
Needs to see that
I want to be the
performance
first in.
here. Playoffs,
Punt
most
all of them. Give me a
important.
giant football field with some goals.
Offered the most duels head to head. This op continuing to float. It's
Okay, we got
Arcade
everyone that
looking
can't
to
buy
receive
next.
BBL on this round, but main is
This
where
is the
approach
round.
comes from, and the reposition is swift from Koala Noob. Trading places with Angel.
I think it's interesting that we're seeing Sociable actually be the luck towards the top side.
A few times he has gone solo with the drone to just raise a question mark or two, but Na'Vi starting to gravitate towards B now. It's the op under fire! Koala!
That is a
with
shot, dude.
an
That's such a
ridiculous
sick shot. That looks
Showstopper following it
unbelievable.
up. Player advantage, Na'Vi, less than 30 seconds. BBL have got to commit.
It's all about the recovery though, and Magnum being
30
one of those
seconds
players that could be the chance to save them as he comes in for a late flank. But how much time will he realistically have to get value here?
Dude, Magnum's in a solid spot.
He might have heard the steps.
Oh,
Magnum,
they
but
were
still,
so on top of
as
it.
he looks
Maybe
to
from
turn
the
corner,
camera
Hero
info,
takes
maybe
the
they had a
timing.
step. Not
10
too sure.
seconds or less.
Dude, nice
Koala
round from
Noob's still
Koala.
going.
Spike down B.
Op in his hands. The safest
Oh,
pair of
4K?
hands
Dude, they
in
could
the
use that in some
server
kind of movie
when
or
you
something.
hit
That was
his
sick. That
sight.
first shot was
A
so
quad
nice.
kill that keeps Na'Vi going. That's the exact kind of bounce back that you needed from
The
them.
first shot's one of the most satisfying ones you can get in Valorant, I think. Look at it.
It's just happened, right? That shot's
It's a good little
insane.
slow-mo pause.
Like, we asked to
Damn,
Koala Noob
it was
to
sick.
improve, right, to show us exactly what he's made of, especially in this important match.
Okay.
And yeah, and with that being said, like at this next round, for me, with 4 ultimates that BBL have,
What is this
they can
one from
easily
Na'Vi?
respond to
Stun
Koala
close
Noob's
to set him
individuals.
up as
Oh,
well.
that's if you don't give him half a chance already. Profek has
Whoa.
spotted out that player, bitten the bullet. Util dump on the site. Aftershock buying a bit more time for Na'Vi to get in position either side of Gen.
I was thinking about this.
Not yet responding though. Spike goes in.
Spike
My
planted.
Bring this to
goodness.
post. 5 on 5.
Chaos.
They want to push the line.
Yeah, again though, still those ultimates are available, and they're good post-plant ultimates.
Yeah, they got lovely
Edge of
after
the
plant.
smoke. First
ults.
kill picked up. Blades wide, Levin landing his shots. Na'Vi falling a player at a time. Roxic finally to restore any order, but it goes down
Did
early.
they got a save?
And so BBL are staring at the strong possibility of double
It's
digits.
a lovely answer back from BBL.
Koala making his way out, and again, the op is good for the duel. It was that first missed bullet that just opened the floodgates though, and as soon as BBL got on site, they were never giving up the ghost.
Yeah, not at all.
Yeah, I wonder if Na'Vi
Nice,
have to fight that
just
earlier with
post-plant
how
in
many they
general,
had there
right,
at the
in terms
beginning.
of how they were watching the smokes and trading off one another, and the fact
They had
that got
they
out
like
the other
saved
end,
the stun, like
only
they
using the
wanna have a
blades
second layer
and
to
the
fight.
Armageddon. I mean, it's a massive
So I was thinking
dub.
like once they spot,
So
do they
starting
not
to
just
see the
stun and then
willingness from
everyone
them a little bit
swings?
more to get aggressive in these
Yeah.
situations, fight towards Gen, have a player wrap around spawn.
BBL know they
This lurk
absolutely
has been
sent this.
consistently threatened at this point in time, so Na'Vi are caught in the headlights, looking both ways. So barriers are about to
Yeah,
drop
it's an important
again.
one.
Koala has guessed correctly. His op
2 and
will be
3.
trained on the line, but can he find the shot?
Our bro's getting
Big
stunned off
round.
this line though,
Whatever
right?
This goes will be massive.
There's the stun.
Straight up gunfights,
a
utility.
good stun
Looks
back.
as if it's been spot on, but still no bullets really flying.
You gotta give me that
or
big
more,
fade
I
eye
should
over the
say,
top here.
hitting.
Oh, no, I like this from Na'Vi as well. Smoke goes up. Signpost
Smokes
of
out and he doesn't
authority.
want to fade eyes.
Seeing if they could clear underpass behind it, but to say Levin has already made his way around. He was the one player they were looking to clear out.
The timing's insane, missing out.
Okay,
the
Na'Vi
gun,
kind of wanted.
letting
They
it
prowled back
have its full duration.
that up over towards the
Again,
angle.
though,
It's like a
Navi
little
and
passive angle
Angel
though. It's not
have
like a strong
caught us
angle just because he doesn't
perfectly,
want to get
and
caught
they're
by someone
moving
going
into
underpass.
Cypher's utility, not BBL.
Strong crossfire. How
Found
many smokes
themselves
they
in a
got left?
situation such as this
2?
a few times already.
Oh, they gotta do close
Black and yellow
smokes.
shirts on the line, ready to defend the site.
Under.
But they have
Those smokes
struggled
go
to
in.
hold on. Could this be the time? The ult comes in. Hero can give
He's
himself a
perma
little more
stunned.
sustain with the cage. Drops down to the next layer
No
of
way,
defense.
man.
First
Hero
couple
did
of
good
points,
though. The
wins
rest of
only
his team's
one.
dead, but it's
BBL
impressive from him.
Clean the slate. The op's still up for Koala, but
You
it's
might
a
have to save this
retake
one
that
again.
you're looking at now. This is a tough pill to swallow, and not
Yeah,
the
we got
first
that
time
jet
Navi
lag.
have been put in this situation. No save, who's 11.
Yeah, and they got no
Is
money
ready
now.
to backstab. This is number 11.
Yeah, and the fact
Dude,
that they
BBL
get rid
are
of the
owning
operator
them.
as well. You're now,
Double pistol here
looking at
again.
the economy state. NAVI won't have the money to get Koala back on the operator. I don't even know if they'll have enough money to get everyone on a rifle.
Spins back to the early decision making as well. Sure, Levin burns the dash to get out of dodge and move towards the other side of the map. You're then missing that gap close basically, right? That's what you want to try and bypass a lot of the traps on site if you pair it with the updraft. Hero playing top site on A. The BBL are just so diligent to clear it, and instead they set him up as the deposit. He's the player that then turns into the flank. They're you know, changing up the ebbs and flows of the way that they're playing, reading between the lines. It's really, really nice macro that we're seeing from them. It just makes it so difficult to read if you're Na'Vi. Like, they have the stack of bodies on the site, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, Yampy knows what it means as well. Force him down to an eco. Z Get Wolf, thanks so much with the Prime, mate. Appreciate the 6 months. Thank you for that, dude.
As we move into
What is this? What is this? Is this a force?
NAVI.
Kinda. A weird one. We haven't fully gone in. Like, surely we have a Bucky in heaven as one of the backup guns. Okay, we're basically all in.
Here.
At the same time, NAVI made their way all the way through A main here. They've got so much information. As BBL,
This is nice though, but what do they do with the trip here? They have a camera, so they kind of know that they're not over the city. Instead of breaking the trip, you should probably satchel this from far back so they don't know about it.
And it's sociable drone just going as a
Dude, imagine
solo
someone takes the
move.
rope across.
Actually, to set up Yumpy in Dish.
Okay, they're going to leave him, and then he can react by satcheling over and not breaking it. So this is a pretty good call from Navi, and leave the 2 there.
As you can see, the spike
And leave the 1 there even. We go back.
Towards A, but no,
One person fake with a smoke at spawn. Prowler goes in, kind of clears it. Dude, imagine a Bucky in heaven right now. You'd be farming him. Hello, heaven.
Can the site itself hold on B?
Timing here, and Roxic's the one who comes out on top. And again, Navi taking advantage into the post plan. Oh, momentarily.
What? How does he win that?
BBL should be expecting the second player here as well to try and
how does he win that?
Two, but
back to back?
Sociable doesn't need the support. Angel's only got a sheriff. It's a nice couple of shots from him. And with
big
the
ult clears everywhere.
It's Yumpy that's got to stand the test now.
He's managed to dodge the Nightfall and has utility to work with.
Stun and a flash. Could it be enough?
Angel, you got all you util, mate.
Ruxic no molly. Haunt not yet landing. Yumpy still hiding around the corner, that's half. Yumpy still biding his time, looking to win it out. The wall.
Oh, Yampy. He's absolutely owned him. Dude, they forced into this as well. Really nicely played from him.
That's map and series point.
Hazard, this is getting far too close in Navi. You look at what they have into the next round and it does not look good if you're a Navi fan. That's a few times now, more than a handful. Sit down, but it's more than a handful that Navi have found themselves in an advantage.
Okay, three goes at it. 3 goes at it.
What a moment for Yumpy.
They got the better ults.
To help fly.
Navi kind of far away from the ults.
Against the Turkish players on the other side of the server.
Man.
Born himself in Finland, but learning the language quickly. A brother to Levin
Morpheus United, thank you so much for the 2 years, bro. Thank you for that as well. Appreciate the support, man. Thank you for tier 1.
And now just 1 round away from a 4th consecutive win. The first in the organization's history.
They still have enough to buy rifles? I mean, yeah, but
playoff game.
At what cost?
Thing to push this over the line.
One's a bulldog, one's no armor. Might have been missing his util. I didn't fully check it. Doesn't look like it though.
They are getting proactive, starting to look towards A main. They've done this a couple of times now.
Yeah, I mean they've successfully, once they lose a bit of map control, have been able to walk out A for free.
To the B site, but the cam has caught them in transition.
That should be an easy call now for Navi to commit to. Levin still in B main as well.
So much utility for the defense to try and stop this. Kill trap on site. Hero supported by the smoke. Rooksik the first.
A great fade eye, to be fair.
Reveal. The Horn lighting up everyone on BBL, and Navi starting to pick up the kills for themselves. Hero's still alive on site. Shao going down in the smoke as it opens up. Sociable can't find any more than just that.
He can one-shot everyone.
Keeping his ult for the next
Yeah.
round, you think?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. No, he's not going to invest it here.
No
Surely
time.
not. There's no time, Prophet.
Dude, that's scary,
Feels like
though.
a bit of a waste in the end.
That got
But he
scary.
fancied his chances.
Man, Angel's having a
For
bit
that,
of
you
a
can't knock him,
nightmare
but
in this
Navi
best of
do get
3.
double digits in one
Both
of the
on
weirdest
calling and
rounds
on
I think
some
we've seen
shots and
recently.
fragging.
Yeah,
And
I
Yuto has
mean,
probably
a
been
little bit
owning him.
overeager from both sides, but you win that round at what cost?
And he said it's thank you
for
again with the
Navi
prime preacher the
once
full 2
again?
months.
Like,
Thank you, thank you.
Still a lot of these players finding themselves at
Thank you for saying that
a
as well,
little
dude.
bit tough
I agree,
when it
everyone here
comes
is super nice.
to economy, and it's so important in these last couple of rounds. BBL
The money, I mean, yeah, the fact that he killed everyone, well, apart from... Okay. The fact that he killed everyone apart from one is pretty big as well.
They can get themselves over the line.
BBL
I like this
lose here,
timeout as well.
and You're certainly not going to be coming into the last round with the best money on the block.
Actually, nothing, nobody with a tier 1 as well. Thank you for the 11 months.
You've still got the armor.
Not even worried about the
But
train.
in saying
You
that,
talking
Navi
about
are
DRX?
closing
Not
in
being
on a
worried?
couple ults of their own, right? They've kept their own
It's
orbital
Nick as well.
strike
Thank you
from
so
Rooksik.
thanks so much, Nick.
Shao
Appreciate the
2
12
away
months.
from the Rolling Thunder.
Thank you
The
for the
same
tier
can
1
be
as well,
said
you
for
too.
Koala's showstopper.
I think we'll find these last couple of rounds on a knife
Where are the
edge.
ults at now?
Like
Because they
the
just used
minute
1 into
details
that. They still got
deciding,
Sociable's ult.
These last couple
It's
of
pretty
rounds,
much all they're getting
depending
for
where the
this,
kills go,
really.
Who's able to stay alive? What the money
Koala
looks
might
like,
get
'cause
this for
again,
the next.
it's so
Oh,
finely
this might
cut
get
between these
close.
two, 'cause you look at the money
Because
on
these 2
BBL
ults are going to be
side,
in line
lose
for
this,
next rounds, you would
could be half
imagine.
buy into the next.
Those small
Yeah,
differences.
so I think this is their best chance
Still
to win
give
it.
credit to Profek for going for that.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a
They miss out
world
on
where
a little bit
the
of
final
util, not too
player
much. Couple of
is
light
playing on the
armors.
headshot box, and
But I
and you
think
find
that
that
this is
kill,
probably their best chance, because
win
if
it
they
by
do
a
lose this, you would
fraction, but
imagine there's some ults online.
potentially costly.
Or we go for the stun,
Who's
damage
set up here,
salvos.
looking for the punish is the aftershock
Yeah,
and the
or you haven't seen this one,
salvos.
Shao?
It is
Or
very
you gotta
well
commit,
set
mate.
up, Sociable
Yeah, you gotta watch
finding
some
Shao.
watch some games, my guy.
And that's
You gotta
big
just
good
commit and
retake
stick around the corner.
utility offline as well.
Sort of Gentlemates do the same
Yeah.
before as well, so credit to them. They might have been knocked out of the competition by BBL, but
Still got to be looking at Magnum looking towards this B side, but as the execute comes in, BBL still keep themselves in front. It's the Starboy 11 who does it once again.
look at Magnum though. That's the trap broken and the B site hold.
Ewolf, thanks so much for the 6 months, man.
Scattered. Navi elsewhere.
That's
They'll
so
be rotating
blind,
through
Ewolf.
spawn. The question
I
is,
appreciate
does
the
Magnum wanna
prime
fight them
giveaway.
ahead of schedule, and it seems like that's going to be the answer.
Did he die to stun? Nah,
The
it's
generator.
salvos, breach damage.
Feel this if
Stun
you're
fast.
Navi, using the
Loon
ultimate to
tanks
deny
it for the spike, but
Rooksik will get
2v2
but
got
won't
it
deny
down.
the spike plan.
They know where
Magnum
Koala
had
is?
one of his own. He'll get his second as well as Koala goes down. A 1 versus 2 for the Turkish player to deny against the Turkish organisation. And both players are disconnected. This is so
Damn,
winnable.
nicely done.
But
Dude, BBL won
we
and they got
cashed
0
in.
pistols. Like, they
What a
actually
win
owned them.
from
They really did. It's
Toronto.
impressive.
Their playoff
Impressive to do this so
debut,
easy.
and it's the
I think
first time we
Navi,
see
in my
4
opinion, kind of messed up the
consecutive wins for
map VO
BBL
slightly.
in EMEA.
Well,
They move
we
one
said that at
step
the beginning.
closer to walking through the
But dude,
Princess
if you,
Gates and
even
onto his
if map
boulevard
VO aside,
with
if you're
their
winning
own
double
dreams
pistol,
to
you
be
gotta
king
be
in
taking at
Toronto.
least one of the maps.
That qualification
I feel like
game
Angel had a bit of a shocker
now
and the calling
awaits
wasn't
them.
good.
A rematch against